English with Deck.
Another one bites the dust. And another one bites the dust. That's like kind of off. The tune is so close, but so far. Yeah, that's not one of my talents. Um, some people are good at some things, others are good at other things. And I I'm not the best singer out there. I'll give it a good whirl. I'll give it a good bit of effort, but it's not my forte, so to say. So I do apologise in advance for all the past, uh, the present as in just then, and the future instances where I do a little song. You know, it's fun, but I do apologise for the out of tune singing. And yeah, another one bites the dust. Another what, you might ask? Another lesson? Yeah, sure, sure. I did a few lessons today. Another lesson another lesson done. Ticked off the list. Another day of jobs. Sure. Around the house. Yeah, sure. Another day of jobs done. Ticked off the list. Another student, well taught and satisfied. Yep, absolutely. But no, 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 no. Right now, I'm referencing to the fact that I personally note so many things down, not for organization, not for aesthetically pleasing myself, as in like making my calendar look pretty and all that. No, 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 no. Simply because if I don't write or note all these things down, which come up in my head, jobs, dates, commitments, etc. If I don't note them down, I end up forgetting quite a lot. And I'm not saying I'm a forgetful person, but it just slips the mind, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of stuff I do think, oh yes, I think about it. Okay, I've got to do this. I've got to do that, and I remember it. But there's a fair few things which maybe just are important, not of the most importance though. So they get pushed to the back of the mind, and then it comes to the day and you're like, I'm sure I've got something to remember. What is it? It's at the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite remember. I can't quite grasp it. And then after the time or after the day, you're like, oh, darn it, it was this. So that's why I started to really note down anything and everything. Now, like I said, it's not the prettiest system in the world, but it works for me. And when I say note down anything and everything, that could easily come across as kind of OCD. But no, no, I don't mean like that. I just mean just to remember everything. And how I do it in two ways. I don't do it with pen and paper, simply because I don't carry a pen and paper with me all the time. Also, it's extra things to carry, extra things to think about. So I do it using, well, my calendar app and my notes app. Really simple, right? So if I look at my calendar app, like I am right now, it's various colors. One color represents one specific calendar within the app. And there's the standard stuff, pick up the kids, take the kids to school, do the piano, take kids to the piano lesson, what's that one? Okay. Check my emails, blah blah blah, and then there's various dates like and events like the dentist or a park play date, blah blah blah. My lessons, of course, are there, and just various things which are coming up or have passed. And what that really does, it just means that I don't double book myself. And then, for example, today I spent a good chunk of the day reshooting and editing my video for my teaching profile. It's good to revamp, re-energize sometimes. I actually did it recently and I uploaded it, and looking back on it, it wasn't me, it didn't feel deck. It wasn't, it was way too formal, I felt. I didn't feel I came across properly in it. So I was like, let's do it. Let's get it done. And yeah, it took me a little while just to get it right with the script. And then after that, a quick bit of editing. But these things take time, and it took a few hours all in all. And yeah, when it was done though, I could tick it off the list, and another one is done. Another job finished. Finito. Yeah. So on to the next one tomorrow. um, and then yeah, just stuff like that goes into the calendar. So pretty useful, not for not double booking oneself, remembering any important events coming up. For example, next month we've got school things and whatnot. And then if I go to my notes app, I've got my things to do list and my shopping list and a few other lists. But the things to do list, now that is a never ending list in the sense of it never seems to finish. But that is on purpose. That is intentional. There's a few things which just to make sure I do every day. And then there's a few things which I need to get done but are not so important. And then at the very top of the list, is the important things which need to be done ASAP. Including, but not limited to, some episode ideas, plans, some stuff to do with work, general family stuff. Yeah, just important bits and bobs. And then in the middle section, I've got just some more video recordings I need to do. Passport renewal for my UK passport, some house things, and right at the bottom, and that goes on for a little while. And then down at the bottom, yes, just I don't know why that's on there. I do it every day, but cleaning the house, organizing emails. I try to do a little bit every day, just 5-10 minutes, and yeah, that's an ongoing battle in itself. Um, some planning for this and that. But yeah, you get the idea. I split that into 3 sections. And what this allows me to do then, well, like I said, I don't double book myself so much. I actually have noticed I'm getting better at retaining dates and times when it comes to events. And also, I am consistent with getting jobs done. So let's see how long it lasts. And I've been doing this for a long, long time now. But I'm really curious to know what you guys do. Are you guys a pen and paper kind of person? Are you more, digital notes like me? Or are you a Sheldon Cooper type who can just instantaneously remember anything and everything? Mm. Well, whichever you are, let us know in the comments, of course. And I will see you all again in the next one. Okay, have a great morning, a wonderful afternoon, and a fabulous evening wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Bye for now. See you.